We have identified a pipeline of bankable infrastructure development projects in Ghana, which our development finance institutions are ready to finance. Now, these projects cover rail networks, airports, roads, ports, and many others.
It seems Ghana and South Africa are pushing Africa unity to another level. First, it was visa-free among the two countries, and now, South Africa is ready to support Ghana's infrastructure. I want us to watch this particular video. I will be back.
These relations are based on mutual partnership and solidarity, which date back to the struggle against apartheid and colonialism. 3, the two heads of state expressed appreciation regarding the broadening and sustained entrenchment of bilateral cooperation in a wide range of sectors and renewed their commitment to work closely to further enhance strategic cooperation and partnership for mutual benefit. Furthermore, the heads of state directed respective ministers to finalize modalities for enhanced cooperation on cross-easy and cross-border related matters. 5, the heads of state acknowledged the existence of 24 legal instruments which have been signed since the establishment of diplomatic relations between the two countries, and the additional 5 agreements and MOUs which were signed during this session. The heads of state, however, underscored that the current number of legal instruments is not a true reflection of the strong bilateral relations between the two countries, and urged the respective ministers to leverage the existing potential to deepen cooperation. And I now hand over to my colleague, Minister Bochwe, to conclude.
6. On continental issues, the heads of state took note of the ongoing peace and security challenges in some parts of the continent and underscored the need to redouble efforts to realize the African Union Agenda 2063 aspiration to silence the guns. 7. The heads of state also underscored the need for a common approach in the operationalization of the decisions of the African Union related to the implementation of Agenda 2063 in general and the African Continental Free Trade Area Agreement to bolster intra-Africa trade in particular. 8. In this regard, the heads of state expressed satisfaction that the South Africa-Ghana Business Forum, which was held on the margins of the BNC, places the two countries at the cusp of increased bilateral trade and enhanced contribution to intra-African trade as envisaged by the AFCFTA agreement. Further, the heads of state commended the first shipment of South African exports to Ghana in January 2024 in a ceremony which was witnessed by President Ramaphosa. 9. The heads of state further exchanged views on international developments, particularly the ongoing destruction in the Palestinian territories as a result of the ongoing Israel and Hamas war. The two heads of state called for immediate ceasefire and the opening of space for medical supplies and related humanitarian assistance for the needy and the destitute. The two heads of state called for the negotiated settlement, taking into account the two-state solution. 10. Similarly, the heads of state agreed to intensify support for the cause of Western Sahara for self-determination, freedom, and justice.
This has deepened the understanding of the desires and the ambitions of both our countries. These developments add momentum to our relations and do indeed call for a hands-on approach to achieve the tangible results that we yearn for. It is true that our political and economic relations have strengthened over time, and we are more determined and committed to continue to expand our efforts towards ensuring a socio-economic development for the mutual benefit of the peoples of our two countries. We have identified a pipeline of bankable infrastructure development projects in Ghana, which our development finance institutions are ready to finance. Now, these projects cover rail networks, airports, roads, ports, and many others. The decline in total trade between our two countries is indeed a reason to be concerned, and we should use the opportunities presented by the Africa Continental Free Trade Area to substantially expand trade between Ghana and South Africa. Our companies in South Africa have requested me to assure you of their desire and commitment to expand their businesses in Ghana. They appreciate the many opportunities which are available in your country, especially in the areas of development of infrastructure. In conclusion, Mr. President, let me once again thank our ministers and senior officials for all their hard work over the past few days in helping to craft the agreements that we have signed today. Our task now is to work together to implement the progressive decisions that we have taken during this process of the Binational Commission. With those words, I'd like to thank you once again for gracing the shores of our country with your visit, official visit, which we truly appreciate. May the relationship between Ghana and South Africa continue to grow stronger and stronger as we move on to develop our two countries and our continent. So I thank you for coming to South Africa.
The existing bilateral relations between us. In this regard, I commend the technical expertise of the senior officials led by the chief directors and the able foreign ministers in engaging each other in August 2023 and in the past few days to discuss pertinent matters of interest which would inure to the benefit of political and socio-economic developments as well as the defense and security interests of our countries and peoples. I'm indeed pleased to learn that our two sides have decided to formalize engagements on education, health, and mining under the Binational Commission, and hopefully soon on housing as well. The agreements and understandings reached here will undoubtedly open up for collaborative effort that will benefit not only our two countries, but also the wider African continent. We have explored opportunities to hold political consultations in order to exchange views on regional and international issues of mutual interest, bolster trade and investment, advance transport exchanges and technological innovations, and address issues of mutual concern. One remarkable achievement is the implementation of the agreement on visa waiver for holders of ordinary passports. The diversity of our discussions is a testament to the breadth of our relationship and the potential for mutual growth that lies ahead. We've identified new areas of cooperation where our countries can leverage their respective strengths to drive innovation, economic development, and sustainable growth. By continuously working together, we can unlock new opportunities that benefit our citizens, create jobs, and contribute to the overall prosperity of our continent.
Yeah, that was some progressive meeting between Ghana president and South Africa president. We have been yearning and been advocating for partnership and collaboration between African countries. So if they have taken such steps, then I think it's very commendable. We have always been running to the European countries for collaboration and partnership, and most of the times the aids they give to Africa are always, it comes with conditions. If a Western country or an European country will give you a loan or give you an aid, it comes with conditions. So I'm always yearning for African countries to collaborate among each other. And South Africa and Ghana has been taking positive steps. They have been taking positive steps. Somewhere last year, South Africa and Ghana signed a deal to make sure a Ghanaian traveling to South Africa won't be asked of visa-free traveling to South Africa, and the South African also traveling to Ghana won't be asked of any visa. These are things that we have been advocating for around the African continent. It's about time we have to put measures that can make Africa citizens move around the continent freely. We have to start moving around the continent freely so that if a Ghanaian want to trade in Burkina Faso, it will be more easy for them. If they want to trade among a Nigerian market, it can be more easy for them. Majority of people who cross borders to trade in other African countries has been complaining that traveling to Europe, traveling to Italy, traveling to Germany, and traveling to UK is more easier than traveling from Ghana to Ivory Coast. You are going to pass a whole lot of hurdles before you can cross one African country border to another African country. I love the way the Ghana minister also chipped in about the insecurity that is happening across some African countries. At the moment, there is a lot happening in South Sudan. There are a lot of also things happening in DRC. There are a lot of genocide happening in that country, and it's about time our African brothers also start making noise about this, because when it was happening in Palestinian, a lot of people were standing with Palestinians, some were standing with Israel, but when it comes to African continent, it seems we decide to not to care about what is happening in such countries. That is some behavior I've realized about Africans, and it's about time we look into the mirror and see whatever happening in DRC is a reflection of what can happen in any other African countries. So it's about time we also have to be very vocal about things that goes on in other African countries. I love the collaboration between Ghana and South Africa and how things are moving successfully. Please, you should join me on Telegram by going through my description box and click on the Telegram link in my description box. It will take you straight to my Telegram group called Uncut Africa Live. Join us for us to discuss about the well-being of Africa. And if today is also your first time coming to this channel, then don't forget to subscribe to this channel and turn on the notification button so that anytime I upload any great content, you will be notified. I'm always your guy, The Graft Amoako. Thanks for watching.